Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Papas and Cargo, actually, Daddies on request. Yeah, I don't know Spanish, that's just what I saw as the Spanish title of this, original Spanish title of this. Yes, this is a Mexican series, live action. It's overdubbed, at least that's the version I did. I'm sure you could probably get subtitles if you just sort of clicked around and chose that. This is from 2022, at least. I think it was probably released in Mexico earlier, but it's 2022. It's one season. How many episodes? 10 episodes. So, yeah, this is the story of California. Actually, it's a little girl, probably at the age of 4 when we first see her. And, well, actually, the very first people we see are the 3 daddies. Yes, it seems that it's you know, maybe it's a throwback to the old 3 Men and a Baby kind of situation, because technically that's what it is, except for she's not a baby, she's like 4, and mom sort of says, hey, you're gonna be watching California. I guess maybe Callie is her short name, I don't know, but you're gonna be watching California for a while, for 2 hours. Well, let's just say mom never comes back. And that's kind of a bit of a mystery, but it's not that kind of intense kind of story. It's a very kind of lighthearted family story. And I guess it has to be 3 daddies, because if it was just 2 daddies, there would be an implication of some of them being involved. They might be gay. But if there's 3, it couldn't be gay. I don't know. Anyway, if it's not maybe they just chose 3 because it's a throwback to the the old 3 Men and a Baby thing. That's what I'm guessing. If we're gonna be, yeah. In this, she, I mean, we realize that she's been left with these guys who are musicians. By the way, they when we first see them, they are performing on stage in front of an empty stadium, mostly empty like a public park kind of band shell kind of thing. They're just playing the guitars and singing. And I'm guessing that these guys might be a Mexican pop group or something. Maybe, like, I don't know, maybe beyond just being actors. Maybe they're like the Jonas Brothers, but a little bit older at the time. And not teenage boys when they started. And they have no following, I guess. And they end up with a little girl. And the next time we see her, it's her 13th birthday, and her dad's come into her room and serenade her and sing music to her, and she's just like, oh, I wish this would happen every day. Maybe this happens for her birthday at least, and she's basically grown up with them. They've raised her, and that's how we understand that mom never came back. But on her birthday, suddenly she gets a special surprise. She gets a gift. Delivery man hands them something, and they go outside and they find an ice cream truck. That's kind of unusual. Who could it be from? Well, it's none of the dads are claiming it. In fact, by the way, I just gotta make it clear, kind of like 3 Men and a Baby, the dads all kind of have very different personalities. Like, one's very business and bossy, one's a super slacker who's all about style and I don't know. And the other one, he's just like a guy in a t-shirt. I don't know if they really fleshed him out that well. Are they all named Morgan? No, they're not all named Morgan. One of them's named Morgan. So, but the name Morgan shows up a lot. So anyway, it's I don't know. These 3 guys, they kind of bicker amongst each other about responsibilities, and there's no question as to how much they love this girl, and they want to protect her and take care of her. And they're kind of suspicious when they figure out, well, actually, California figures out that when she finds a message on a phone inside the ice cream truck from her mother, saying, hey, I really wish I could be with you. I really want you to be here. Come find me. Here's an ice cream truck. When she tries to show the video to her dads, there's no video. Did she imagine it? What's going on? Well, it's, the guys are like, you know what, we can just sell it. And she abandoned her daughter. They're not holding like really negative feelings towards the mom at all. But they're just like, you know what, maybe this is just we don't know what this is. And we can't really prove it's really from her. But Mom leaves some kind of vague clues. They know where they need, what direction they need to go, and it might be in that place that would tell them to go to somewhere else after that. It seems like a scavenger hunt in a sense, and is indicated in some flashbacks just before Mom drops her off with the boys 9 years ago. It seems Mom's in trouble. That there's a little bit of danger that she wants to get her daughter out of. I don't know. There's a little bit of, there's a few vague clues here and there. So there's a mystery. It's a family adventure, and oh yeah, there's the girlfriend, one of the dads, the business type guy, is dating a clearly horrible woman. She's made out to be kind of a bad guy. She's his boss's daughter, so she gets to come along for the ride in the first episode. I only watched the first episode, so something could change here and there, but we know that California is really not a fan of this girlfriend because she's a little, it's made very clear because she's told the one daddy that he's, I guess it's Miguel maybe? I don't know. Miguel, she's like, I don't know why you bother spending so much money on her. Why don't you let her go to her mom and let that be taken care of? So you don't have to deal with her and she can spend more money on me. That's basically her attitude. Well, she gets to come along for the ride. We'll see how long she lasts because she ain't in the poster. It's the 3 dads and a girl. So we'll see. Or some of us will see. I don't know if I'm going to really watch this. It is interesting. It's cuter than I thought it would be. But I'm not really invested in it that much. It's not like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen with this girl? There's not a certain level of danger or tension that makes me go, oh, I got to find out what happens next. But if it's the kind of thing that I think families could enjoy, it's not, for that same reason, there's not an element of danger or terror in this. While there is a clue that maybe Mom might have been in trouble, and that's the reason why she went away in that little flashback, it's the kind of thing that you're like, well, there might be a happy ending in this. There could be a really happy ending. It's probably not going to turn out dark. This is not Breaking Bad. It's probably going to work out well for California and the dads. And also, it's kind of weird that she's just left him with 3 dudes, and there's no clarification as to if any of them are her actual dad. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I just I looked away and they figured out which one's the dad, but they all sort of equally take on dad duties, which is not something that 3, apparently at the time, single men would just go, oh, hey, we know that woman and she just left a 4-year-old with us. She's not coming back. Well, I guess we're going to raise her. It doesn't normally happen very often. And also, where's the rest of her family? Oh, I mean, one of the guys has a mom. By the way, they're not brothers, I don't think, because she calls a woman grandma. I swear to God, that woman's younger than me. From the looks of her, she looks fantastic. So, but yeah, they have a birthday party, and nobody's really bothering with the birthday party, the cake, or anything else. They're just worried about this ice cream truck, and she's fighting the dads, and as they're saying, no, we're not going on a trip. And she's like, we gotta go on this trip. And there's also a thing with her best friend, which is a boy who, he's like an accomplice kind of thing for the girl. It's like a best friend kind of thing, and he acts as a distraction. There's lots of little things going on here, but the main characters in this are going to be the 3 dads and the daughter going forward. This sort of establishes things, and they're on their way by the end of the episode. So I've spoiled the whole first episode for you. It's up to you to figure out whether you're going to watch the rest of this. I'm probably not, but it didn't seem like it's something that would be like bad. It's not like a boring or annoying show. California's a completely pleasant young woman. Like, usually kid actors can be really obnoxious and just, it's not the normal Disney Channel type story, because normally all that stuff happens on a single set and they keep recycling that kind of stuff, and there's antics abound here and there. In this case, this is definitely shot, at least as they travel. Obviously, it's not on a set, but it's you get to see Mexico. I think they hit Guadalajara. I saw one of the descriptions for one of the episodes that they hit a number of different places. So it's kind of a travelogue kind of thing, getting to see Mexico. And I think they end up, they're supposed to go to Zapata. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother. It's not a good idea for me to butcher the names of Mexican cities. It's just, I can do Mexico City and do Guadalajara. Tijuana, yeah, I can do those. But yeah. So, oh yeah, did I see? Yeah, I don't. Oh, by the way, at the very end, add a little bit of mystery to it. While there is, it still doesn't make it tension-filled. Two cops in suits. They look like detectives, basically. One's all business, the other one just loves to eat. So, yeah, it looks like the law is after the mom of the ice cream truck or the little girl, some reason. And they show up at after they left. Apparently they left all the food out and all the decorations. They left in a hurry. I don't see how the business dude, like the really uptight one, would be like, oh, we'll leave, but we're going to leave the mess behind. I don't see that happening. But, okay, so eventually, as they take off in their ice cream truck, which the music will not turn off, the cops, who are kind of like a bumbling duo, I guess, they bicker between themselves, and they're meant to be funny, not threatening. So, again, it's the kind of thing you could probably watch with your kids, younger kids, and yeah, enjoy. You will, again, it's overdubbed by default, and especially if you don't know Spanish, the acting is not great, but it's not the fault of the voiceover people. They have to fit their dialogue into the space in which the people are speaking. So in order to say what needs to be said in that space, it's kind of difficult, and it's not always a comfortable fit. So it's all right. But yeah, that's what kind of turned me off about it. I think if it was fully in English, maybe I'd get more of a kick out of it. But, and God knows Disney will probably just remake it at some point in English, and they'll go from California to New York or something. I have no idea, but odds are they'll remake it in some way. Yeah, by the way, all the music, everything, they don't replace any of the text or anything else, or any of the lyrics when they sing. So all the music when they perform. In fact, this episode, while it says each of the episodes are about 35 minutes each, 35 minutes for the first episode, it's really only 26 minutes for the story, and then there's like a music video with the credits at the end, which makes me think they are a pop band, a singing trio. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. Maybe you know, and you can tell me in the comments. But either way, until then, let me figure all that out. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
161.
161. 161. Oh, okay. There's a chance that we're not going to watch this because I have a feeling it's a sports documentary, and we did a bunch of ESPN 30 for 30 things. I made a rule way back when I dumped a bunch of 30 for 30s on here, and I realized it was just going to be a ton of sports documentaries. and I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. If that's the case, then I'll be right back to pick another one. But I don't know. I feel like this is about Brett Favre or something. I have no idea, but I don't know. I feel like this has to do with football or something. I don't know. But, yeah, because I realized that these are all just 30 for 30 documentaries, and you can watch those on ESPN Plus. That's the thing. It's not necessarily Disney Plus is just sort of kind of like they're doing with all the National Geographic. I made the rule with sharks. Like there's enough shark stuff. If we do more than 1 or 2 sharks things in a month, then no more sharks. We're just literally killing it for the year. And I made a rule, no more ESPN stuff. So we'll see if this GOAT, G-O-A-T, greatest of all time, is one of those 30 for 30 documentaries. I feel like it is. I could be completely wrong. Anyway. So, maybe we'll be watching GOAT on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. If not, I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'll see you back here in a few seconds. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.